Entertainment TV, the nerd is the word.
Hi, this is Carrie Keranan, and you're listening to Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast, Nerd is the Word.
This should be played at high volume.
What is up? This is your boy Mike Maverick, and welcome to Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast, where we always say, the nerd is the word. Now here's your host, DJ Money Senpai and Company.
It's another Shrintastic Otaku Tuesday, and that means more awesome anime manga and to take some money magic. It's time for number one nerd awesome podcast party that we all call a Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast. That we always say, the nerd is the word. It's your man Charles, aka Money Senpai, all day, every day, your money loving, fun loving, anime viewing, gameplay, urban ambassador to Nerdkind, founder and co-host. And with me are my Shrinetime 18 when it comes to all things anime, manga, movies, video games, TV, cosplay, whatever. What's your nerd appetite? We got it. First up is our engineer, Ace Gamer, the pride of Shrinetime and the hardest working man in anime and gaming, our mega man of gaming, Mike Machismo Maverick.
I'm wearing my 3-star Goku uniform right now. The Ace Gamer's in the house.
Well, it's in
Hey,
the
watch it, because 3 stars can get demoted, so don't get too cocky.
Wow. That's the queen herself. Next up is our great intellectual, one-lining, no gaming wolf otaku. It's always a pleasure to be with him. It's Darrell, aka Okami Kishi-sama. He just said nothing.
He said nothing. He is gone. He just left. Freaking coward. How the hell that you are afraid of Sasuke?
Ah, Jesus Christ. He just started Sasuke one time, and he. I'm calling you out on the next time, coward. Next up is the enforcer in charge of the beatdown of Shrinetime Entertainment, Iron Man and Nick Fury of gaming and anime, is my boy Justin, aka J-Rock.
Hey, what's going on? Let's do this.
Let's
do
do
it.
The man, a few words, and I love him for it. And of course, lastly but surely not least, is our newest recruit and our sweet as strawberry jam otaku, Michelle, aka Pantera.
I am back for more Shrine Time craziness. Hi!
Yes!
Hey.
Thank you for staying around with us, because last time, you was able to handle it, but can you handle it tonight?
Oh, totally. Who do you think you're talking to?
We'll see, right?
We'll see.
Anything could happen. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen in this one.
Well, it's nice having another lady in the podcast. Last week was all guys and just me.
Yeah, I can't tell you how much of my life that is the story. It's just me and a bunch of dudes.
Oh, great.
Like, I don't understand what happened. I didn't have like real girlfriends until like college, probably.
I think it's the best time to lose some weight and become a transvestite.
Okay.
First on Shrine Time, people.
Yes.
I got your back on this, Carrie. Virtual.
The Shrinetime School of Hard Knocks is in session, and once again, and guess who's giving the lesson of hard knocks and body shots tonight? It's the student council president herself and honored guest for this week's Shrinetime Guestspot. Welcome to the Shrine Queendom. She's the voice actress for many gaming roles such as Rom/White Sister from Hyperdimension Neptunia Victory and MK2, Blue River and Natalia from Killer is Dead, Canada from Iron the Surge, an ode to the unborn star, Eddie Stokes from Red Dead Revolver and Red Dead Redemption, to anime roles such as Azel from Slayer's Redemption and Evolution R, Kawasabi from K-On! And Seasons 1 and 2, Maya Hitsao from Fate Zero, Yamahara from Maji, the Labyrinth of the Magic, Mina Simonton and Misty Treadwell from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, Kumiko Yamaguchi from Gokuzen, but most recently known for her role as the badass student council president and the wearer of the Comic Week June Kits, Satsuki Kiryu from the hit anime series on Toonami Kill la Kill, among others. Please show your love and welcome to the Shrine Queendom, Miss Carrie Keranan. Say what's up.
What's up? And now you can imagine there's like a huge bright light shining out from behind me. I can't see it because it's a podcast, but I feel like you can hear it. Can you hear the vibration of it?
Just like Satsuki whenever.
Oh God, we need you and Erica Mendez on the same, the same podcast.
By the way, though, before we get into that, I did see a little video that Erica put on her Facebook fan page of her and Carrie putting up like they're screaming out each other's names like it.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was
super fun. Yeah, a fan asked us if we could do that at the end of this. Okay, so here's what happens: is that like I love Christine, and now that I met Erica, like I love Erica, and so we were at a convention in LA all together, but like I had a panel. And Erica stopped by my panel. So, like, we were just, like, I kept just talking to her while she's in the audience. Like, we were just, like, talking. Because my panels are very informal. I just like to just chat with the guests. You know what I mean? I'm like, you don't have to ask me, like, formal questions. You can just be like, hey, I love that scene. Wasn't that fun? Or whatever. Like, I just like talking with them.
Yeah.
And so, she and I are just talking, like, and then Christine comes in because she's next up. And so then she comes, and I'm like, oh, come on up, da-da-da. So me and Christine are talking, da-da-da. And I go to leave. She's like, well, I don't want you to leave. So then I stay for Christine's panel. But we kept talking to Erica. And so finally I'm like, Erica, just come up here. And so the three of us just end up having this impromptu panel. And then right after that was my signing. And now we only each had one signing over the weekend. And Christine's was on Friday, and then Erica's was going to be like Sunday afternoon. So I was like, why don't we just do like a Kill la Kill signing? So I recruited them to come to like my signing. So the three of us all sat there, and we had like cards from Aniplex that they gave us to give out to the fans and sign. And so we were all together in that room, and then one of the fans asked us, they were like, hey, can we film you doing this? So we waited until the signing was done to do that. But I was like, so the fan had the scissor, the scissor blade, but I didn't have, no one had a sword for me, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I go running out into the hallway, and I was like, I need a sword! I need a sword! Who's got a sword? Which you would think yelling that at an anime convention, you would have like a bunch of options, but I'm looking in the hallway at that time, and there weren't options.
Wow.
I was like, I can't believe I found the one hall with no swords. Like, what on? And finally this one dude walked by. I was like, hey. I like chased him down. I was like, hi. Can I borrow your sword? I just need it for a second. And I realized I didn't really explain to him like what I was doing or why I was doing it. And I do that a lot to fans. Like I just start talking to them. And so he gave me, but he was trusting me. He gave me a sword and like followed me back in the room and then saw what we were doing. And I was like, wait, oh my gosh. So it ended up being this really, so just the whole event of doing that video was like super fun.
That was super epic for all of us to see. Like I'm like expecting everybody like just like one comment just say for that song, don't lose your way to come on right then and there.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I should do that.
Oh my god! I look you up, and also I remember you now. You're the voice of Mitsuki from Kappa Mikey.
Oh yeah. Yes, Mikey. Guys, don't fight. You're friends.
Oh man.
Wow.
Let me just ask. Considering the fact we've asked David last week and we asked Erica 2 weeks ago, how was it to do Kill la Kill? Most importantly, Satsuki, being that that figurehead, that top dictator, that.
You asked David and Erica what it was like to play Satsuki?
Yeah.
That's totally. What did they say? I want to go back and listen to their answers. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
I advise everybody to listen to their podcast. It's on YouTube page, youtube.com/ShrinetimeTV.
If you want, I could ask David right now.
Like, so David, what was it like playing Satsuki? Well, actually, you could ask Christine because she read my role at like a thing at New York Comic Con once.
Right.
But you know what? Honestly, it was. I didn't know at the original audition. I didn't know what it was for because they were very hush hush and didn't use the character names and that kind of stuff. And I didn't have visual, so I didn't know what it was for. At the callback, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this thing? And then after I booked it, they gave me a link to the company gave me a link to like the series, the dub version, original Japanese, so I could watch it. And honestly, honestly, like, Satsuki was so hard. I had to watch all the way through episode 16 to understand, like, what was going on in episode 1. You know, because her game is so long and her strategy is so deep that she's like 15 moves ahead at all times, that I had to sort of like really just like, wow. And also the good news was that I loved the show. I love the show. It's totally up my alley. It's kind of like all this wacky comedy, but it just drives, you know what I mean? Like it starts and like Gamagori comes like squeezing through that door, you know what I mean? And there's a huge like fight, and then like the kid, right?
Big man.
And you're watching what they're doing with the animation, and you're just like, what is this? What is happening? And then like the kid ends up like strung up at the end of the first episode, and you're like, what have I just gotten into? You know what I mean?
Were you also shocked by the fan service of it?
You know what? I mean, honestly, like fan service is such a typical thing,
right?
That you know what I mean? It's like, I can't say that I enjoy the fact that it's a part of the anime community and tropes, you know. However, what I do like about this in this show specifically is that it gets brought up, you know. There's a huge thing in Ryuko's character where she's, you know, embarrassed and how she's not really like connecting to him, and then that's why she's like not having the power, and she's like, you know. And then there's that awesome speech that Satsuki gives. It's just like, I don't care. You know, she's like, I will bare my breast for the whole world to see. I know my intentions are pure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she does not care. You know, her vision is what is important, and she really stands for something, and I really like that. But the thing that was challenging for me, and to be honest, I swore I thought I was going to get fired after the second session. I literally texted the director and was like, listen, everybody gets fired at some point in their career. It's going to be the first time for me. It's totally fine. Just let me know. And he was like, what are you talking about? Because I'm like a scrappier person, you know. I come from like, you know, from Ling Xiaoyu and Tekken and Kafka and Berserk and like, you know, and Gokusen. Like I have like, I'm scrappy, I'm emotional, I'm, you know, and Satsuki is not those things. She holds all of her power. She never, it's like Alex, who's an amazing director, Alex Von David, he did the translations to the adaptations, which I think are just fantastic.
Does a great job for what?
Yeah, he did a great job on this show. Just great job. And he'd always be like, no, never see her sweat. We can never see her sweat. We can never see her sweat. We can never see. She never has to make effort. She never has to make effort. You know, and for me personally, how and who I am in the world, that was super challenging, you know, but it was great because I learned a lot about myself, you know, and there's every once in a while a role comes along, and by doing it, you grow as an actor and as a person. And it's such a gift, you know, and this role was that for me.
That was awesome. I mean, to see that inspiration come from a character that you voice, and on top of that, just inspires you to, you know, be your best. That's awesome. That's the first time. That's the first a few times we've actually heard of that in the podcast.
So Satsuki made a real big difference in my life, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
I still remember watching the English trailer for Kill la Kill the first time, and it was Satsuki's opening speech that I heard that kind of got me glued into the series, and I'm like, yes!
Dude, it was to tell myself, like, you and Erica really sold it for us, you know?
Yeah, and it's such like, there's such wonderfully written characters, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, neither of them are princessy or girly in any way. Like, they're wildly different as people, but like both of them avoid ever going into that thing, and it's never about like who they're dating or who they like or who they love. Like men do not matter to these women. Like
not
who
at
they
all.
are and their identity like does not matter. You know
exactly because
we don't care about the romance either.
It's all about who's dominant.
Exactly.
That's right.
I love it.
And I'm at the top of the food chain. All right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Actually, one of my best friends and a writer friend of mine, who's known me for years, I played him that promo you were talking about.
Right.
He would not believe that was my voice. He was like, "No, you're lying."
Okay. You know, I got a question. I've been watching Madoka Magica on Netflix, and I feel so. Okay, how do you feel that your character got killed off early?
You know, it was such a surprise. Everything about that series was very fast for me because I actually replaced someone And so I literally had the audition for it and then came in the next day and started recording. So I didn't really know, and I knew they were going fast, but I had another session scheduled. So when it happened, everyone's like looking at me like, hey, Carrie. I'm like, what's going on? So I get in there, and you don't really see it happen. You see like a shot of her, and then like it kind of cuts to Homura and her ribbons, the binding that mommy put on her kind of fall off. And I was like, I stood there for a second, and I was like, just staring at the thing. And then I look over, and again, Alex Von David was the director and adapter on that same team.
Okay.
And they're just staring at me through the glass, and I was like, did I just die? And they're like, oh, we're so sorry, da, 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 da. So it was very surprising. But I'll be honest, the moment that happened, I knew that show was special.
Right.
Because, now we're watching, and you don't see this very much in anime or really in most medias, a woman, a young girl going on a hero's journey the way Maruka does.
Yes.
And you see boys doing it all the time, but young women, not so much. And one of the things on the hero's journey is that you must lose your mentor.
Yeah.
You must lose your mentor and be on your own and take what you learned and integrate it and make choices for yourself. So the moment I realized I died, I had it without knowing the rest of the show, because again, I hadn't had a chance to watch it. I didn't know what happened.
Right.
I didn't know what the show was about.
Oh, man.
But the moment I died that early on, I was like, I already knew just by the hero's journey archetype. I was like, this show is different. It's different. It's special. It's important.
It's awesome.
And it was I'm so grateful that I had the chance to play that role,
Oh, man.
It's getting deep up in here,
yes,
huh?
It is.
I was a huge fan of Madoka Magica. I really like your character, Mame Tomoe. She's really awesome. And you know what? She's one of those greatest mentors that most girls look up to.
Yeah, and I think what's also great about her is that she's not this perfect symbol, you know what I mean? She shares openly her struggles and her loneliness, and so it's not like, I feel like so many times the people that we idolize or these images we have that we look up to, they seem like these perfect, got everything together, kind of images that is really impossible for us to live up to, in our minds. They become kind of these gods.
Right.
And what I loved about me is that, she was always very gentle with them, but made them understand that it was serious, but then also, and that there was a cost, and her own personal cost. And she, shared with Maruka about her own, journey and her loneliness, wanting a family. And I thought that was also so great that it's even the people who lead us, who are ahead of us, who are the adults in our world, they don't have everything figured out, Everybody's got questions. Everybody's struggling. Everybody's trying to figure it out. Everyone's on their own journey,
Right.
That's right.
So I really like that.
It's like that for everybody. I mean, especially if it's real life. It's either real life or it's either in in animation itself. We always struggle for that, that one person that can inspire us or, give us strength when it's in times of dark. So, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but they're also a human. They're also a person too who has the same doubts, So
right.
it's just fantastic. I just love that show, and also the art direction on it and the music. It's so unique. I just loved it. And I'm so excited that the third movie's coming out. Yeah.
We can't wait for that.
Same here.
But let me.
I lost my mind that third movie. I lost my mind when I started. I mean, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to do spoiler alerts or anything like that.
Yeah.
But there's when you start to figure out what's happening and stuff. I will tell you, Christine plays Maruka, and Alex Von David directed it. I will tell you that I paused the movie. I lost my mind. I paused the movie, and I started texting them. Immediately, and then I was frantically texting the two of them, and then they're like, oh, you finally saw it, oh, blah, 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 you know what I mean? So I needed to take a break and touch base with them and share that moment with someone, I was like, I can't, because I was just watching, I was like, I can't watch this myself. I lost my mind, man.
Okay. it's better to have the whole crew, or at least some people to just listen to it or just watch it with you.
Yeah, you need people who can understand, and then after I did watch it, watched it late. I wasn't able to go to the premiere here in LA like all the other girls did. So for a year, they've all been on a gag order. No one's been allowed to talk about it to me, and at conventions, they're not allowed to talk about it in the room. Finally, I watched it, and then the very next panel that I'm with like Christine and Sarah Williams.
Right.
And Sarah and I got into a huge debate about it. It's just like this epic debate. We were just like going at it. Christine she picks up the mic and starts going, Jerry. And the crowd was like totally getting into it. People were jumping up on her side being like, yeah, but blah, blah, blah. And then people were jumping up on yeah, but blah, blah, blah. Like, we got in this like knock down, drag them out, like debate. It was awesome.
Oh, man. This is one of those times where you just wish you were there.
I know, right? It's the one, and of course, it's like the one panel that someone didn't videotape the entire thing. You know what I mean?
Damn it!
So many other panels. Like I was like, really? You videotaped that entire thing with me and Christine just like talking about nothing and posted it online, but nobody posted the great debate. But that's because I think no one was filming it because everyone was involved. The whole room was involved with this. People are coming in from the hallway because they're like, "What is the commotion?" It was pretty epic.
And see, the thing is, that's the best thing about conventions. Is as soon as you get to the event, it's like an event. It's a big event where like they meet the voice actors, they voice their great, they're great, their favorite characters, and then they go off and do things with other voice actors right then and there, and I don't fault them for not wanting to like post this on YouTube or anything because it's especially for them because it's viewer participation and everybody is enjoying it. They're enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And
it's so rare that we as voice actors get a chance to meet each other and sit around and like talk. It's like really only at conventions that we get to really meet each other and have these conversations because we all record separately,
Right.
So it's great. Honestly, like I hadn't done a lot of conventions. It's really only been over the last since August, since like this show is really, and a lot of things changed in my schedule in LA, so I've been able to go do them more often.
Right.
And I have just been so impressed with the level of dialogue inside these rooms about the shows from the fans and the questions that the fans ask and like how thoughtful, how articulate, how thorough, how detailed. It's just been, I've so enjoyed it. It's been great to have that kind of dialogue going, and I've just been really, really impressed with the fans.
But they love you. I mean, there's a reason for that.
I mean, they should.
Okay, but before your Mike had kind of jumped in, I do want to say first off, let me congratulate Carrie and the English dubcast of the Hyperdimension Neptunia game series for getting casted by Funimation to be in the new Hyperdimension Neptunia anime series set to release on DVD and Blu-ray June the 9th.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I almost slipped about that so many times. So because between the time that we recorded, actually, they had to contact us like way in advance to discuss like travel to get there and all that kind of stuff. And so I've known about it for months and months and months, and I almost spilled the beans so many times that finally when it got announced, I was so relieved. I was like, oh my God, it's finally out.
Yeah, I do for a fact that you probably can't, in the end, we all know.
That's hard,
And also you'll be coming in. The game will be released on the PlayStation Vita in January 28, 2015, which is Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2: Sisters Generations. And right now we're waiting on the Steam release, so the people who have higher specs of PC gaming around Steam, they will experience it too. Because hey, the first game came out on Steam. Maybe the second game will came out on Steam as well.
I'm actually glad they came on PlayStation as well. So I mean, it's a pretty awesome game. I fell in love with it. Melissa Fun, Melissa Fun, Woody Lee, you guys did your things as your characters. It was pretty awesome. I can't wait to see that the original cast. I noticed that a few of you guys didn't make it onto the original cast. The original cast didn't totally cast it. That's probably travel issue. And
Probably.
You were
But they really worked hard to like reach out to us and try and make that happen. I really appreciated that.
Right.
You know, because when we were producing the second generation of Slayers, Revolution and Evolution, you know, and I was working at NYAV at the time, like it was really, really important to us that we got the original cast back. Because, and we thought it would be really important to the fans, you know. And then when I did the Berserk trilogy, again, we reached out and like got like Michael Sinter-Nicholas went out and got like literally as many of the original people, even for like the supporting roles and stuff. Right. I mean, it's just we really try to, you know, honor that because like our stuff is successful because of the fans. Right. And so it's our responsibility to like honor that, you know, as much as we can and do what we can to like to give back, you know?
Right. I feel you just as much. I mean, this is what I wanted to hear. I mean, a lot of voice actors, actresses say the same thing. They reach out to their fans, and you know the fans return it in kind. So to hear that from you more and more, just you know, makes me feel as a fan I can enjoy, you know, rooting for you every time you have a great, you know, time in the booth doing our favorite characters like that. So it's pretty awesome. But let me turn it over to J-Rock before I go into fan questions, as sent in by our Twitter followers at the Shrine Queendom.
Yeah, I'm curious what they asked.
They asked some awesome questions, by the way. I'm looking at it; it's still growing. So, J-Rock, I give you the first question, bro.
All right, thanks, man. If it was any voice actor that you grew up listening to, or you know that you knew of that was famous, who would you want to? I gotta rephrase it. Who, like, if it was a voice actor that you wanted to work with, who would it be and why?
Oh, okay. So you changed the question halfway through. I'm going to answer your first question anyway. When I was little, I loved Looney Tunes. I love Looney Tunes, and I used to love I would do like Tweety Bird, and I would do Donald Duck, and try to do Porky the Pig. But there's this one character, and she was in the Foghorn Leghorn ones, and she was like the older. She was like the kind of like humbly like chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Prissy.
And I just loved her so much. I don't know why, but she was like my favorite character when I was like growing up.
I think her name is Prissy, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Prissy.
I think so. You might be right.
We may have to go back into that.
Might be Prissy. Let's see.
Prissy.
Yeah, someone look it up. Somebody look
it up real quick.
Yeah, and then you know, one of my because I also produced and ran my AV Post for 5 years, I actually know a ton of the voice actors in New York, and then now I know many more out here in LA, and it's like there's so many of them that just really inspire me, and I just love and adore. But I would have to say that I love Jack McBrayer, and he has just like this. It's just like completely him, and it's unique, and there's just like nothing else like it. And he is just also just adorable and wonderful. And I feel like I would just have the best time in a booth with him.
Wow. I would see that. I would definitely see that one of these days. Somebody got to get it going.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna make it happen. Guys. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Come on. I got faith in you. Do it. Do it now. Do it now.
I also, you know, after all these years, I still haven't like worked in a booth at the same time with Stephanie Sheh, and I've known her forever. So I would love to like actually be in like a group record with her, you know, one day. I feel like that would be amazing.
Oh, we can't wait for that. Oh man, because Stephanie is cool. She is cool people.
She's the best.
She's a cutie. Yes. But let me go into fan question right now.
All right.
This fan said this on Twitter using the hashtag the Shrine Queendom as for in honor of Carrie being here.
Thank
Here's the Queen. Dark in Love. I got that dark in love.
I know, we've been tweeting back and forth today. I really enjoy. I hadn't been on Twitter previously, and I really enjoy. It's only really since Kill La Kill started airing that I was like, oh, my live tweet, and like people are tweeting at me, so then I'm responding. So it's been really fun to like have all these conversations with people, and now I'm starting to like recognize their Twitter handles, and it's weird. I'm like, oh yeah, I know Dark in Love. I don't know Dark in Love. But I feel like I know him because I was like texting. I don't know if it's like a boy or a girl. Like I don't even know who I'm talking to. But I'm like, yeah, I know that person. I'm like, there you go.
It's like right off the bat, you don't know that person, but you get.
I know, right?
Like you have a question, you have a comment with that person, like you lifelong friends.
Yeah, so there's been a bunch of Twitter folks that I've been like just chatting back and forth with, and I'm like, I have no idea who this person is, but we chat all the time. Okay, sorry. What's the question?
No, it's cool. The question is, what is your favorite episode of Kill la Kill?
My favorite. Well, I'm gonna go with one of my favorite early episodes because I don't want to talk about what happens at the end.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
spoiler.
So, I only want to answer things that are like prior. Wait, what number episode just aired? Was it 7?
I think it was 7.
The Fight
I
Club
think
one.
it was
Taco Fight
5 or
Club.
6. I'm not sure. 6 or
All right.
7.
So I think this has already happened, but has the flashbacks as to how I met Gamagori happened already?
I think that's the next episode or the following episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
this
that's my favorite. My favorite early episode is first the one where I actually get to put on June Ketz for the first time. Of course. Epic.
I love that episode too.
Do not ask the sparrow how the eagle soars. There's a lady undressing.
Oh yeah. I love that.
That's like awesome. That's an awesome one. And then also,
I'm just like fingers right now. I'm sorry. Pay no mind to me.
Okay.
Let me go.
That's gonna be hard because you're the host.
Yeah.
So, I kind of have to pay attention to you.
Like I'm a serious Sasuke fan. I'm not kidding right now. I'm just.
Okay.
Like,
so you lose your mind every time I do a quote. I should stop doing
yeah, you can't throw my mind right about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me go with Michelle. Then we'll ask another fan question.
Okay. So what was it like working as an actor in New York?
Awesome. It is really different. New York and LA. Just like the feel of it. There's I don't know. I think that I felt like I was the community. Like you run into the same people a lot more often, and I feel like in LA I don't run into the people as much. Like it's a little bit more spread out. You have to make a little bit more effort. But I'm so grateful for my time in New York because not only did I really grow up as a person because I moved there right after college, and but I also started to like discover myself as an actor and a performer and a voice artist. So that is always going to have a really special time for me. And to be honest, I go back and visit at least once a year. And at first it'd be like, go back and visit, see friends. But now I usually just go back and visit. Sometimes I don't even let people know I'm in town because I just want a chance to like walk around the city, reconnect, because it's always going to be the place where my foundation and my roots come from. Everything, the seeds of everything I have now in my life got planted there. And I always just feel the need to go back and like reconnect and just explore that and just walk around the city and just get a sense of, and remember like who that was. Whenever I start to feel like I'm starting to feel like it's weird. As an actor, you can it can suddenly tip, and you're starting to now just want to like work and book jobs, and you can lose track of like your love of the work in the pursuit of the jobs. Wow. And whenever I feel like that is happening, I get on a plane. I get on a plane, I go back to the roots, I go back to the beginning, I go back to my gratitude, I go back to who I am, what do I want to talk about, like what do I have to bring to the table,
It's like finding yourself.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. Like my center lives in New York,
Was it hard transitioning from New York to LA?
Actually I had a great transition. I really did. I feel like there's some people, their first year in LA was like really, really hard for them. But I was settled in. After 6 months, my agents all thought I'd been here 2 years. Like I got really, really lucky. I landed a great place to live. I booked my first audition. I got great representation, through from recommendations from my New York, I really was able to translate a lot of my work in New York into LA. And I also really prepared myself, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
So it was a whole state of mind. Everyone wants to be like, well, they want to like compare. Oh, what is it like about LA? And everyone wants to try and find New York in LA. And if you do that, you're going to make yourself miserable.
Right. Wow. I mean, it's all about adapting.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, what is LA? Like, what home do I want to build here? How is it different? Like, what's the advantages? What can I really... If you understand what your values are, you can always find a place and a way to express them wherever you are, wherever location you're in. You're like, oh,
yeah.
You know?
It's easy for most people to, you know, adapt to wherever they're going, depending on the job, depending on the people that are into it. And, you know, survival tips, here's the thing. You know, when it comes to you adapting to a place or a thing, let me just say this. It ain't marriage. Let me put it like that. It ain't marriage. It ain't, you know, doing this or that for that person. You do it for yourself. You're doing it to, you know, survive, but not only that, succeed. So always remember that, you know, adapt is a vital part of life. You know?
Yeah.
And the importance of staying yourself no matter what.
And hey, if you have a job like I do, like working like, let's just say, like a part-time job that'll work like 8 hours a day and then come home if it's a hard job like a carpentry job, a roofing job, or anything else, take that as an advantage so you can invest, so you can adapt, so you can succeed too, if you're good at what you're doing.
At least you don't fall from it. You know, you fall from the wall or roof or whatever.
He tried to be funny, but he failed at it.
Yeah, I know.
That joke fell from the roof.
Oh!
Yes,
Ouch.
There'll be a few times I let, so yeah. I got
Charles, you walked right into that, you know.
I mean, he really did.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, it was right there.
I got humbled, so like, yeah, I got humbled. There ain't a few times where I have humbled, but yeah, I do it for you guys. But the next question is from Dan Kippers. He has sent in a little funny question. I think it was pretty good. Who would win in a fight between Sasuke and Mommy? Loser has to provide tea.
Oh, I did see that one on Twitter. That's a good question. Between Satsuki and Mommy, who would lose?
Who would win?
Who would win?
Oh.
The loser has to provide tea.
You know what? I think that it would ultimately be a draw. But I think that man, you know, this is so hard because I feel like I'm trying to like gauge Mommy's hospitality with you know, with Satsuki's respect, and who would provide the tea. Who would provide the tea? Mm-hmm. I feel like Satsuki would provide the tea. I feel like she'd be like, all right, good fight. Because I feel like Satsuki doesn't waste any energy. That's what it's about. Satsuki doesn't waste any energy. So she would see Mommy fighting, and she would recognize her as like a good adversary, and I'm sure Mommy would win her respect. And then she'd be like, okay, you know what? There's nothing more for me to gain from this. I've got more important things to do. But here, let us have tea, because I can really respect and get down with what you're bringing.
Right.
So I think Satsuki would call it, because she doesn't waste any effort. So
she fights only when she needs to.
Only when she needs to, and only as long as she needs to. And so she would kind of call it. She'd be like, all right, you're cool. We're good. I
see you, Shree. I would definitely like to see that. It would make me sweat already.
Blaze.
Of course. But let me ask you a question real quick. What is I would say, the most silliest thing in the booth that you have done or have seen? I guess what I'm saying, what is the most embarrassing, most silliest?
Well, I sometimes, when I have like a really good take, and if I get a compliment from like the producer, I oftentimes, or if I like finish extra early or something, I oftentimes will break into chanting MVP, 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 and cheer myself.
I'm number one. I'm number one.
Yeah, so but I do so many weird things in the booth. I'm a weirdo. I'm just a total weirdo. And then you get in the booth and you just get like in this place and you're just being weird. The most embarrassing thing in the booth is like farting when you're doing like attack, you know? when you're doing like, come we June cats, and you're just like, and you're like really push down the diaphragm, and it's like, and you're like, did you get that? Did you hear that, engineer? Is that on there? Do we have to do it again? It happens. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but it happens.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, sometimes it happens. You know? it's nature. Can't help that.
You know, it's physics. It's the physics of the body. You push down that diaphragm too hard, and you're just gonna be like,
oh no, can't help that.
Aren't you glad you asked?
Yes. But let me ask another question from Dark in Love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's awesome already. I just had a little conversation with him during this podcast. What is your favorite video game series have you played?
Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. But like my favorite is was Spyro the Dragon.
Yes.
All right, nice.
Yes.
I just loved him. And I don't know why, but like I just love that when he runs, he like puts his head down and like the sounds of his feet. Like I would just make him run around because I thought he was so adorable, and I would just like I wouldn't even like play the game half the time. I was just like running around. Like I just love that little dragon.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Like have him as
So
a pet.
embarrassing.
No, it's okay. I mean, there are times where you don't say you want to have him as a pet. You don't want to have him as, big hitting somebody. But, he's in the Skylanders game, so, you can actually take care of him.
I know. He continued his journey in the world. He reinvented.
He reinvented himself. It's so.
But yeah, it was.
It's really cute for him now. You know what I'm saying? They redesigned him and everything.
Yeah.
It's more and more cute for you ladies. Oh man.
Plus, ladies, what is that supposed to mean?
Hey,
Guys don't like cute things. You think you cuted up Spyro just for the girls? What is that? I thought Spyro was cute in his original version. Okay.
Charles, what are you doing?
Charles, are you losing credibility?
Are we gonna fight right now, Charles?
Yeah, you see.
He got so quiet. He said, "Hello, are you still there?"
No
He
answer, huh?
the call. He hung up, guys.
Hey, let me tell you like this. The money
You
man.
tell me like it. You tell me, Charles. You tell me.
Trust me. Trust me. I let everybody have their say, and then when the money man is right when I needed you, right when the money man comes out, you don't want to see me when I am angry. But I'm cool. It's all good. Like I said, I bring the hammer down. Lights out.
Oh, yeah. That's how it is, huh?
I bet it's like a really cute hammer, though. I bet the hammer is like super cute.
I think it's a Pico hammer.
It's a cute little pink hammer that like shoots glitter and stuff when you pat it. It's like really, really cute. For the boys.
Like
See stars coming out.
Stars.
Like you want to get the lights out first? Don't want that.
Hey, guys, Solid in Smash.
I wanted the Pico hammer. Why couldn't they just give it to me? I would like a replica hammer for the hell of it.
You need a Wrecking Crew hammer from Smash Brothers.
Oh really? So I can smash you.
Oh, bring it on.
Wow, this whole thing has really devolved, huh?
Oh
Yeah.
Huh, lady?
Yeah.
yeah. Like
This is Monday Night Raw.
you know what I'm saying?
See, I'm still new to this whole thing, and I'm like, wow.
You're gonna love it. That's why there's craziness that ensues here.
I'm like, Carrie, where were you before? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm making the situation better. I feel like I started this.
No, it's all good. I mean, I'm cool. I'm a real nice guy. I like to have fun as much as the next person,
Yeah.
especially I let people take pop shots at me. It's all a good fun.
Yeah, same here.
Besides, there ain't too many times where Mike gets on ahead of me. Don't say I'm always the one. It's always the other way around for me and him.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's called payback, and payback is a biatch.
Yeah, that's kind of true. But it's all good though.
But it gives you something to look forward to, so that's always nice.
Oh yeah, revenge is a best dish served, and for him,
What was that?
I said a best dish. See, I just revenge is the best dish served cold. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jesus Christ. But anyway, considering what I've seen out of video games, what would, besides Spyro, what are you currently playing, if you are playing at all?
I actually don't have a console myself, so I only can play at other people's places. But I have to be honest, like the shooter games make me I get really kind of too involved, and they make me really nervous.
Yes.
And now it gives you like the feedback in your hands. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't like that feature. The last thing I played actually was I was at my friend's place, and he was like, "Oh, you gotta check this game out. Here, play this." And he made me play through like the first 5 minutes of Last of Us.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I was so mad at him. I was like, "Why did you make me play that? She died! I hate you!" Like, I got so mad. I was like, first of all, I was already like really nervous. I was like, I'm trying to run and figure out what's going on. You know what I mean? Because I get I'm like a chihuahua, so like I just like shake and then I'm like, are you kidding me? She dies? Are you kidding me? I got so mad. I got so mad at him.
Hey, do you know there's a game out where they have a story about a supernatural incident happen, and then they also have some sort of high school drama mixed with supernatural stuff. You know what's it called? Life is Strange.
It's pretty awesome though.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know about that one.
Oh, you're gonna love that one. That's it's a pretty good one by Square Enix.
Yeah, Square Enix.
And episodes.
Yeah.
Great. The second episode just dropped. It's a pretty awesome game. I'm looking forward to it. The third episode.
Yeah, I like more like adventure games or problem solving or stuff like that, or the story unfolds, not really the let's shoot each other
Or play some RPG.
run from
first person shooters.
Play some role playing games too. That'd be great.
That's more my speed. My speed.
Trust me, we can make you a great first person shooter in.
No.
I'm seriously I'm horrible at at the controls. I'm horrible at them. I was playing Skullgirls with Christine. They had it in one of the video game rooms at a convention a little bit ago, and I literally just put the controller on my lap and just started hitting it with my hands.
Right.
And yelling. I get so stressed out. I get so stressed. I'm like, this is not relaxing for me. I do not understand.
You start to sweat, perspiration.
Yes!
You love.
Yes.
Dude, that's just how I feel about Mike.
Relax? I don't understand it. It stresses me out.
That's how I feel about Mike every time we go to cons and we fight in fight games. Its intensity goes into. Hey, come on.
I feel like I like them better if I was better at them, because I'm super competitive. So if I was better at them, I think I would like that. I would like them better. But I feel like I get too anxious about playing them to get better at them. So it's there's a really bad loop.
Believe me, I've had those moments. There are too many times where.
Hello, who's calling? Hello.
Oh my God! Don't tell me if those
Academy. How may I direct your call?
Hey, don't tell me. Don't tell me one of those Middle Easterns calling you and they say they're from Windows and trying to hack into your computer.
Trust me, they aren't.
I had that call one time, and this guy said, "Hello, we're from Microsoft, and we hit the picture." I was like, "We're not buying." Hang up.
Oh, geez.
That's a very aggressive stance.
No, I had enough of these guys. I'm sorry.
He doesn't play, especially when it comes to that. But,
remind me not to call you at home.
No. As long as you're not one of
I used to do that to my family all the time. I would call them from different numbers, back before there was cell phones and call ID, and I would pretend to be Sprint customer service or the DMV and stuff.
Oh yeah, you love to play.
My family hated it.
Never played call before.
Hey, as long as you're not one of those con people trying to sell you stuff for quote unquote Microsoft and trying to hack your computer. I almost lost everything because of them.
Oh. Wow. I don't even know how to do any of that.
Nope.
Oh. I don't know either.
There have been times where, things happen. You gotta have technical support. They get on your nerves. They drive you crazy. I just want to throw the phone at the damn wall.
But anyways, we got a question from a fan of mine. I think his name is Len Naharo 145. Or should I call him Jake Tekio? He says, "How does Sasuke compare to? How does Sasuke compare to? Sorry,
Satsuki.
How does Sasuke compare to your previous roles?"
Oh, I mean, like I was kind of saying before, it's sort of related to how she was sort of difficult. It's never really. I've never like she has so much more, like leadership, and frankly, it's the first time I've ever played anyone I've ever played the like antagonist, and that was super fun to be able to like explore that aspect. So I think that was the thing that I liked the most about it is that she never had to be nice. She spoke her mind. She, and it's there's something awesome about being like, oh, I'm in charge of like everything and everyone. And though there's this, real strong responsibility she feels for it, it doesn't hurt to like be like, it doesn't hurt to be the queen, guys. It doesn't hurt to be the queen.
It's awesome to be the queen.
And also, she shows a little bit more respect to Sanageyama after on his second chance, even though that he saw his eyes shut.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, she's not about grudges or hierarchy or anything like that because her vision is so clear that like when he had that response to his own failure because that was what he needed to do for himself. Like she could see that it wasn't about, oh, she's mean and he had to like sacrifice something so she would let him back in the clique. It was that he felt so strongly about the situation, about what he was doing and wanting to, avenge himself. Because Sanageyama is also someone who's like always trying to prove himself, like he's always trying to like push himself and grow. That it was really more that she looked at him and recognized like who and how he was and his commitment, and you can't really turn away from that.
Yeah, it's like he kind of remind me of me because hey, I need to like sacrifice a few things in order to get myself better. And then
I think that's for just about everybody, though.
Yeah.
For a moment, I thought
that's the
you
thing,
sacrificed your eyesight.
Yeah. Remember when you blinded yourself?
Blind.
Yeah. Yeah. There is something to that, and like, and to be like, what does redemption really look like, and why do we give it to others?
Let me ask you a question. This is one of those. I guess you say random questions, but let me use a Twitter related question.
Okay.
Annoy your server in 5 words. That's the hashtag right now.
Annoy
I would say
your
5
server
words.
in 5 words.
In 5 words.
What? I don't understand.
Annoy your server in 5 words. Your server.
Like,
It's pretty much like I'll use it in another way. Annoy a fan in 5 words.
me annoy a fan.
A fan in 5 words.
5 words.
Annoy them in 5 words.
5 words. That's gonna make him laugh, bro.
I feel like I found out that that people spam each other with Lux's laugh.
Right.
So I feel like that's the most annoying thing that I could do to anyone.
Right, that is kind of true. I would be annoyed for after a while. Yeah, I think it would be funny, but then it would be really okay. Stop, Carrie. Stop. Do it.
I don't know. I feel like my laugh is awesome, and you could listen to it at like infinity.
Put it on repeat.
Inspire you.
Well, for me,
You might become enlightened if you listen to my laugh long enough.
yes, I do. I am enlightened. I'm enlightened now. I'm enlightened now.
What's sad is that her laugh is not that far from my own actual laugh, so it's really sad. I was really sad when I found out people were doing that. I was like, oh no!
They do the Bobby laugh.
I was like, how'd you come up with that crazy laugh? I was like, that's how I laugh.
Wow. Everybody just went with it. Hey, it's a growing trend now.
Yeah.
Love it. You gotta love the laugh. Love the laugh. Love it. Love it.
And the thing is that kind of surprises that, hey, not only I'm talking to Mitsuki, but also Mami Tomoe and, of course, Sasuke right now. It was like, I was a huge fan of Kappa Mikey, and I was surprised that Mitsuki, I thought she was a sweetheart, and then one of those episodes that we discovered that she's also a secret agent, too.
Which was kind of interesting to hear.
Yeah. I think that's her.
Yeah, she's got some extra depth you didn't expect.
Yes. You will never know she's a super agent.
Yeah, she's a secret agent trying to run away from the past.
But she does a great job of it, though. She's running away from a mailbox. I don't see
a creepy mailbox.
Yeah. I mean, if a mailbox was following you, that would creep you out, wouldn't it? You'd run.
Oh,
yeah, but I would kick it like you would.
I'll take a
Put
baseball
the hammer down.
Put the hammer down.
I'll take a baseball bat from Sting and then whack him.
With a baseball bat. With a twist.
But they're everywhere. Think about it. Think about it. Mailboxes are everywhere.
Yes.
You can't destroy all of them because the post office will just keep replacing them. It's a never-ending battle. You will never be free of all the mailboxes.
I like how this conversation has built up very well throughout this entire
So that's how. So that's what she's running away from. The post office.
God. I'm afraid of mailing things.
Which is why, I know this is a no-brainer, but I'm going to ask you anyway, though.
Yeah, and also,
why are you still here after all this craziness?
Why am I still here after all this craziness?
You had to bring that up, don't you?
Yes, I did.
You asked David that, too.
I asked a lot of the guests here that question.
Because we're used to we live in crazy. This is home.
Yes, it is. And I love every moment of it. That's why I love these people.
Charles,
they can stand my craziness.
And Charles, I gotta ask you something. Is this Shrinetime Entertainment podcast or another episode of Seinfeld?
It is. Why is it Seinfeld? Why is it not Seinfeld?
Because it's just not.
Hey, we're better than Seinfeld.
It's just not.
Exactly.
Hey.
I can't come into the door and say, oh.
Hey,
I can't do that.
Hey, as long as I don't have a next door neighbor like Newman.
I can't come in the door like Kramer. So
Kramer.
Yeah, I can't pull off the hair either.
I'll be like, hello, Newman.
No, dear God. At least we don't have anybody up here saying, no, don't touch the glitters. Like, no thanks.
Well, I have no idea what's happening right now.
I don't either.
How are you today? Are you enjoying yourself?
Hey, this is just how a part of the craziness. We live in crazy. You love crazy now. We live it now. We own it.
Wow.
I did say Shrinetime craziness at the beginning.
Yes.
You did. You did. It was like you're like an oracle.
I am.
It's like a warning to you.
You predicted it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna leave it up to my crew right here. And they'll say, do you have a question for Carrie? Which one of you? I'm looking at all of you. Well, I'm just saying things at random. This is like a random on purpose.
It's random on purpose.
Okay, so who's gonna win, Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns?
I got a question. Yeah? Yes? What's your question?
You have a new show on YouTube, from what I've heard.
Yes.
I know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I created a web series, and it's called Reasons I Don't Like Mouth and Other Stories of Erratic Behavior.
Oh my God, let me just start to you.
And it's a collection of just like nutty things, and I think that the reason I mean they just sort of like I made it because I felt compelled to make it, but I think there's just like this thing about like normalizing that I feel like in my life whenever I feel like crazy or weird or like a misfit or like I don't fit in or any of that. It's always so comforting to me when someone else like turns to me and says, "Oh, I feel that way too," or "I've done that too,"
right.
or "I've been there too," or "Yeah, I've had that happen." And just even just one person, it just makes me suddenly feel like, okay, I'm good. And so a lot of these stories are kind of based in that, just these like ridiculous situations or scenarios of someone who she just wants to like fit in and be normal and be liked. And everyone around her is like super mean, and she's like very confused and kind of weird. And so I just started making them. And episode 2 launched today. They release on Tuesdays. I have 11 episodes for season 1, and then I'm also adding in some like blogs and additional materials that I have, and I just wanted to like share this, these things that like are embarrassing and like shameful. You know what I mean? Like
shameful plug.
Yeah, that's the reason why I asked.
I don't mind. We don't mind shameless plugs. We do it all the time. I'm about to do it right now.
I wasn't talking about the shameless plug. I was talking about the shows that I've made, the web series itself is sort of like about like the things that we're like embarrassed or like ashamed of or whatever. And I just feel like whenever I've kept things to myself, they make me feel bad. And whenever I just like admit them out loud, even to just one person, it just like shines a little light in there, and then you sort of feel a little less like little more normal, a little less weird and crazy. So I think a lot of the episodes are just about that,
Yeah, it's pretty. I would love to take a look at myself.
Yeah, if you, just ask the world, what's your channel or something like that. We go all.
Yeah. Well, the YouTube channel is just my name, Carrie Keranan. Mm-hmm. You can also find them. They're hosted on a website that's called reasonsidon'tlikemyself.com.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then nice. And each episode is titled "The Thing That Happens in the Episode," so you know before you click what you're gonna get.
So definitely check her out. She's very informative. I definitely want to check this out. You definitely want to check it out as well. But we're coming up to the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
So let me just shout out. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. We just said that. It's Carrie Keranan.
And tweet at me and join my fan club. That's really like on Facebook. My regular page, I'm not on it that much, and there's so much like stuff on the feed. But it's really like in my fan group that I'm able to, that we're like, I sort of I always do sneak peeks there and like make announcements there and stuff. So if you want to join that, just like it's Carrie Keranan's Students of Hinoji Academy, and just like hit me up and say hello.
She's awesome to talk to, so I advise everyone to talk to her. And then, of course, you also on social media, you also on Twitter. I recommend you all check out. She's awesome. She's amazing. She's funny as hell. She just humbled me. So I mean, I take that as an honor.
Only twice.
And only twice, but it's awesome. She humbled the money, man. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure.
It's just a pleasure to have you. Come on back for more insaneness when
I will.
That doesn't crash.
Part 2.
Part 2. Awesome. You guys have a great night.
You too.
All right, you too.
Bye, Shrinetime. Bye, Shrinetime Entertainment.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
That didn't come out right. I'm glad to hear that. That didn't come out right. But a lot of unfortunate mishaps come up on this podcast. Mostly my fault, but I apologize for that. And of course, you definitely want to check her out. Our Hyperdimension, Until Your Victory, the anime series comes out June 9th from Funimation Entertainment, and you can also check her out as Sasuke Kyuri in the hot new anime series Kill la Kill, Saturday nights on from Adult Swim. And don't forget to check your local listings for time and channel. And don't forget to tweet with, if she doesn't come on, I think, she and David and a lot of the other voice actors come on and hang with you guys and live tweet with you during the show. So make sure you hang with them and have a good time with them. They are pretty awesome to hang with. You just heard Carrie. She will talk to anybody as long as they respect.
Yeah.
But it's time for Shrinetime shout out. J-Rock, how can fans find you on social media?
Well, I'm on Twitter on Lethal J-Rock. And if you're on Xbox 360, I'm JRogue22. That's JROGUE, the number 22. Come find me. We can do some battle.
Exactly.
But team up.
Exactly.
And on PSN is Justice Dragon 31. So you can if you're playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and you need a teammate, I'm right there.
And that's the best way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Gaming, whether it's gaming or social media. Gotta check them out, man. We should do that more often, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who's in gaming as part of our crew, don't forget to check out, don't forget to shout out your Xbox or PlayStation, or both, if you feel, or PC.
Shout out some Steam, if you have a Steam account.
Steam or 3DS, shout
3DS,
out.
doesn't matter. Mike, how can fans find you on social media, by the way?
Well, you can find me on Twitter. Thank you, Lady J. At Mike Maverick AG, and you could like me on Facebook at Mike Maverick Ace Gamer, which I'm planning on. Since now Facebook is now going to let us use our real names. Fuck you, Facebook. I'm going to use my fan page from now on. Also, you could check me out on my YouTube channel at Turnabout ENT. That's Turnabout ENT. And also I have a Let's Play channel with Turnabout Gaming TV. If I reach like 500 subscribers, I'll have an actual name. So yeah, so we can get rid of that whole mess of numbers on top. So yeah. Fuck you, Google, for that.
Yeah, there was a lot of fuck yous in that.
It's like,
a lot of fuck to that in your.
Yeah, and also I also have a Steam account, which is Mike Maverick. That's one word, Mike Maverick. If you want to play me on games like Skullgirls, 100% Orange Juice, or if you get to me and play some L-Sword, yeah, we'll do that. So
this some awesome guys.
Yeah, let's play. Let's have some fun and let's enjoy ourselves because, hey, I'm there just to entertain for great justice as always.
There you go. He's awesome at it. Michelle, how can fans find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Michelle_Tan101, or on Facebook, you just hit me up on Michelle Tan. Or if you want to, you can also join David Vincent's Windor Panthers, his fan club. You'll find me there as well.
She's a leader. She's El Presidente. I'm a firm believer of that now. They're actually doing another raffle this time for some chance for some great prizes. So definitely check in on that. When's the expiration day? I forgot about that.
Oh, and speaking of which, Charles, since hopefully if I get some work done and stuff, if I get everything invested, if I work some more to save up for conventions and stuff, I'm also going to if I get some extra money in, I'll be making my own contest real soon.
Oh. We need to do some more contests in the future. We're going to definitely talk to Funimation about that because we do have a partnership with them.
Really?
Yeah. Did you not notice that?
Oh my God, yes.
Maybe I should have put that up more. We do actually have a partnership with Funimation Entertainment. Yes, I did say that. We're going to. It's a slower starting process. We're going to get into everything. I'm going to get into the details soon, but, I just wanted to make that perfectly clear. We are, touching one-on-one basis with each other, and that's how we got to those prizes. So, for you guys, we doing this all for you, getting with your favorite anime distributors, that's a no-brainer for us. So, this is just something to really sweeten the pot for you guys in the Shrine and in the Shrine Kingdom. But Michelle, I want to say this is our normal day in the life of Shrinetime Entertainment. I want you to know that the craziness doesn't ensue that much to the point where I have IO trouble.
It's all good, man.
I want to say that to Eric. I want to say that to all you guys. That never happened before, and that should never happen again. But in the future, for the hell of it, though, I am going to say that the next time that happens again, she's inspired me. She has inspired me to actually become a WWE superstar.
Oh God!
I am not joking. I am not joking. I had some idea of becoming a WWE superstar and to go down to Florida to the WWE Performance Center and try out. So, don't be surprised if you may see me on WWE programming soon. It's something. Who hasn't had dreams of becoming a wrestler or a voice actor or a talented performer or pianist? Inspiration will push you ahead.
Hey, you know what? If inspiration pushed me ahead, hopefully if I could at least build my own web show, if my web show gets better, I will be surpassing Angry Joe anytime soon.
Angry Joe. Oh, well, that is inspiration. Because that guy is super popular. So I wish you well with that. We definitely wish you well for that. Also, you can also check us out, the Shrine, on social media. Facebook.com/Shrinetime Entertainment, as well as Twitter at Shrinetime ENT. And, it's Swatter, whichever you want to call it. Thank you, Lady J, for that. And you can also, if you want to get in touch with us day or night, leave a question excuse me, I'm talking on a gun right now, with feedback using the hashtag Shrinetime Shoutout. Also, try to keep us in the date, always keep us in the know, and make sure that if it's a question you want answered by a guest or by us, it's the more you get out of us, it's the more you get out of your Shrinetime experience. More projects will be updated, more projects will be announced soon, and of course, we have another guest spot that was announced 2 days after Carrie was announced. Kristen McGuire, one of the new Funimation voice actors, who is also doing one of the voice characters for this new Double Talk anime series called Assassination Classroom, will be joining us in the Shrine next week. So hopefully we'll have more chaos and craziness ensuing in Shrine Time with her. Kristen, I hope you're ready. Shrine Time, it's always crazy in the Shrine. So, Carrie Keranan, Mike Machismo Barry, J-Rock, and Cheryl, a.k.a. Pantera, I'm Buddy Senpai. We're getting up out of here. We out of 5,000. We'll see you next time for Short Time Entertainment Podcast. Peace.
Later.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Shrine Time Entertainment Podcast. What? The party's over? Well, let's clock out, guys. Come on. Let's go. Move. Let's go. Come on.